So what we'll do is we'll mount this here like this, and I can come back here and cut this to get around that bulkhead and just have a tab sticking out. That'll give me more shift to the center, which gives me more space on the outside, because that's where I'm lacking right now. So I'm gonna need a piece that is 14 1/4.
I had a dream the other night. I was dressed up all in black, wearing my finest clothes, riding a brand new Cadillac. 6 strong friends by my side, gonna take up my slack. I ain't gonna wake up, no, I ain't coming back. Deep and cold, down in the graveyard ground, cold and deep. Rest up easy, trouble no more. Always been a fighter, I guess that is my fault. My whole life has been a battle, but I finally got caught. Shot down stone cold graveyard there, trying to rise above. Way too much blind faith, baby, way too little love. I keep some money in my guitar case, save up for the man what dig my grave. 9 foot, 10 foot, 11 foot down, deep and cold in the graveyard ground. Rest up easy, trouble no more. Cold and deep, deep and cold in the graveyard ground. Heaven ain't gonna suit me, angel can't sing no blues. Already been to hell, baby, and paid that devil my dues. So pull me down deep and cold, where I can get some peace. I can feel the cars roll by, oh Lord, I need some sleep. Rest up easy, cold and deep, deep and cold on the graveyard ground. Rest up easy, trouble no more. Nine foot way too shallow, 10 foot ain't enough, 11 foot will almost do, man. Show me a little love. Pull me down deep and cold, where I can get some peace. Where the midnight train won't call my name, where poor so rest in peace. Rest up easy, trouble no more. Rest up easy, deep and cold. Rest up easy, trouble no more. Deep and cold.
Okay. That T-bracket's gonna work. Here's the hard part. How do you figure out where it goes? Right? Yeah. So I know it's hard to see, but I drew here and here to outline it. I'm gonna take it off, I'm gonna come over there. We'll fit it temporarily. I don't know what width. We'll figure something out. And then we'll hold our box up and make sure it's gonna work. We'll be able to at least line up that bottom hole with our eyeballs. And then we'll affix it to the firewall. Screws or welding, I haven't decided yet. If we weld, we'll just leave some divots over here. I think that'll be okay. But we could also just put here, 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 a bolt, and hold it on. I don't necessarily have to have a clean firewall with no holes in it. Some things have to be mounted there. So I'm probably gonna have to figure out a mount for that steering wheel that's gonna go somewhere like right here. Just like kind of like what I just did. Let me think about this. Y'all take a break. Third day working on the old Air Products air conditioner. Yesterday we made the 1-inch bracket. This morning I came out here while y'all were asleep and got it fitted. So it's not finished, but I'll show you. So I'm gonna have 3 screws, bolts going through the firewall. And then here's the look from passenger side. This would be about eye level. So I have space to get to my hoses. And before I do the rivet nuts and everything else, I'm going to go ahead and install that bulkhead. So the bulkhead's going to go right here, and that's where all the hoses will transition to the outside.
Like the sun, you know, baby, you're the only one. my soul to my soul to my soul to
when it's time for final assembly, we'll come in here with some silicone and silicone around all these holes, and then put the plate in, and then squish it, seal it. That way we don't get any drips behind or rust issues behind. They supply these grommets, but you can see that if we put the grommets on there, first they're going to touch, and second they're going to overlap, and then you'll have a uneven mating surface and it'll be all wonky. So what I'm doing is I'm fitting the hoses from the bulkhead mount up to the AC unit itself. So this one's a 45 and the one up top is a 90. And you got to watch out for the hose, because there's not going to be any movement in there once you get it crimped. The only movement is in the end where the connector goes on. So what I did is I drew a line on this one and then drew a line on this one. This is 45, this is 90. That way when I take it to the store, the auto parts, I can get this crimped and it'll be oriented in the right direction, because otherwise it's not going to line up right. Same thing on this one. I'm dealing with a 90 and a 45. So I'm going to have to do it like that. So you can see right there, and then I wrote 90. It's upside down at 09. And then this one's 45. So that way they're oriented the right. If it's like this, if it's off, then when you go to put it on there, it's facing the wrong way, and you're not going to get the twist to get it the right way. So you want it as close as you can get it. And then on this one, This is my shortest piece of hose. But if we cut, if we cut right here, the good thing is we got a lot of left over. You also want to make sure you have this thing fully seated. There's a hole in here. I'll be damned if I know what for. I lost my mark. I got it. So again, I just cut this with the wheel of death because it's braided on the inside. Get this all the way in there so that it's past that hole. Right it on there. So you don't get it mixed up. There's a little bit of play, but not much. When they get tightened down, so both of those are done. They just have to get crimped. I could buy a crimping tool, or you can just take them to like your any place that builds hoses, a Napa, well, not Tractor Supply, a Napa, Tractor Place. They build hydraulic hoses. Same thing. They'll have the machine to crimp that. So then these two are going to be for heater hoses, and they're going to run this way. Well, up and this way. And then I got to figure out, probably going to drill that right here, and then run this drain tube down between the hoses. I don't think I do. I think I want to go right there, which is that's a big chunk of shit. And then each one of these has a O-ring that goes in here. So the O-ring makes a seal on that side of the lip. And that's what holds all of the Freon in, coolant. Do they call it Freon anymore? I guess you know what I mean. Refrigerant. There we go. The refrigerant.